Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in here today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am here live at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, here to bring you the first round of the Bay State Conference Boys Volleyball Tournament. Today's match pits the hosting second-seeded Brookline High Warriors, shown here on my left in the white jerseys with black jersey numbers, while over on my right we have the visiting 7th-seeded Framingham Flyers. They're in some navy jerseys with white jersey numbers. As you can see, the two teams still warming up at present, but I'll be here to give you all the action once that action gets started. These two teams, of course, faced off earlier in the regular season. Brookline cruised to an easy 3-0 win with some pretty handy wins in each set, if I recall correctly. So, on paper, it should be an easy win for the Warriors, but you know what they always say, we don't play these games on paper. We play them out on whatever it is, the field, the court, the ice, etc. Brookline comes into this with a 10-3 record. Of course, originally they were slated to play one more regular season game yesterday, right here at Tappan Street Gym against Braintree, but that game got postponed. From what I've heard, it's still intended to be played at a later time. Not quite sure when that will be, but they're figuring it out. Just because of how shortened this season has been due to everything that is the 2020-2021 academic year, just because of how short the season's been, they're doing things a little differently. They weren't even sure if there was going to be a state tournament. Now they know there is going to be a state tournament. So they're having these conference playoff games count towards their regular season record, towards the state tournament in a way, from what I hear. You know, it's all very different, all very new. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You know, my hat's off to the players, the coaches, and all the members of these various schools' athletic departments just for somehow making some semblance of sense out of this insane year so that A, the student athletes can play the games they love, and B, so that we, the fans, can be thoroughly entertained by their great feats of athleticism. Brookline, as I said, 10-3 on the regular season. According to the Boston Globe's most recent state rankings, Brookline ranks number 5 in the state. They are down one spot from last week's rankings after being jumped a couple spots by Winchester, which I suppose improved to a 7-1 record and jumped up into the 3 ranking from their previous ranking at 5. Brookline went 1-1 last week. They earned a hard-fought 3-1 win over Natick, which was ranked number 9 at the time and is now ranked at number 6, right behind Brookline. And then later on in the week, they traveled out to Needham, faced off against the number 1 team in the state, the undefeated Needham Rockets, who stayed undefeated with a convincing 3-0 win over the visiting Warriors. So Brookline hoping to get back in the win column to start off this postseason here against an opponent they have previously beat. I'll just give a quick rundown of the two teams' lineups, starting first with the visiting 7th-seeded Framingham Flyers. Number 10, Jason Sarney. Number 20, Ian Barney. Number 25, Ethan Goldfarb. Number 26, Andrew Nagel. Number 22, Michael Neenan. Number 2, Zion Marcena. Number 8, Max Bauer. Number 18, Danilo Souza. Number 17, Eric Pinheiro. And number 16, Mateus D'Souza. And rounding it out, number 1, Adam Chan. For Brookline, the roster, the hosting 2-seeded Brookline Warriors. Number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer. Number 2, Corey Zetto. Number 28, Nikhil Wong. Number 16, Wes Price. Number 23, Toby Mendels. Number 3, Kota Sukada. Number 14, Adam Danker. Number 1, Jacob Smagula. Number 8, Fletcher Poon. Number 15, Briano Ufano Dem. Number 11, Kevin Lee. Number 38, Stanley Pang. Number 18, Julian Vesneski. Number 31, Charlie Perdue. Number 32, Cam Gilek. And lastly, number 27, Jason Rich. Those are the lineups for the two teams here today. Once again, for the Flyers, number 10, Sarni, number 20, Barney, number 25, Goldfarb, number 26, Nagel, number 22, Neenan, number 2, Marcena, number 8, Bauer, number 18, Souza, number 17, Pinheiro, number 16, D'Souza, and number 1, Chan. And for Brookline, number 22, Orlando Milbauer, number 21 rather, Orlando Milbauer, number 2, Zetto, number 28, Wong, number 16, Price, number 23, Mendels, number 3, Sukada, number 14, Danker, number 1, Smagula, number 8, Poon, number 15, Ufano Dem, number 11, Lee, number 38, Pang, number 18, Vesneski, number 31, Perdue, number 32, Gilek, and number 27, Rich. And of course, as always, to all my viewers, I humbly request and even encourage that if I am pronouncing anyone's names wrong, if I'm getting anything inaccurate in my representation of the players, please correct me in the live chat. I want to give these fine young men the best representation I can with my broadcasts, and I appreciate your assistance with that. And of course, I always appreciate your support, whether that's tuning in, subscribing to the channel, liking my videos, dropping comments either in the live chat or in the comment section after the fact. However it is that you choose to support me, I'm always so very grateful for it. As you can see from the scoreboard clock, we still got some time before this match gets underway. And so I am going to take a short mute break. Once again, I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan live here at Tappan Street Gym, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hello again, my name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live here at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you this first round boys volleyball match from the Bay State Conference Tournament. The second-seeded Brookline High Warriors host the seventh-seeded Framingham Flyers. These two teams faced off back on May 10th, and Brookline won convincingly 3-0 with set scores of 25-11, 25-12, and 25-13. Brookline ranked 5 in the state after going 1-1 against two other top 10 programs. Natick High, who was ranked 9 at the time and is now ranked number 6, Brookline defeated 3-1 with set scores of 19-25, 25-21, 28-26, and 25-22. They were led offensively by 22 kills from Zachary Orlando Milbauer, 11 kills from Fletcher Poon, and a whopping 42 assists from setter Nikhil Wong, who left late in that match due to leg cramps, but he's been practicing with the team this whole time pregame, so he seems about ready to go. And we seem about ready to go here. So as we get ready to get this one underway, once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Starting out for Brookline, it looks like we've got number 8, Fletcher Poon, number 16, Wes Price, number 18, Julian Vesneski, number 21, Zachary Orlando Milbauer, number 2, Corey Zetto, and it looks like the libero, number 1, Jacob Smagula, will be checking in. Replacing, I'm not quite sure, as the last player on the court right now is number 23, Toby Mendels. Over on Framingham's side, they have their libero, number 1, Adam Chan. They have number 2, Zion Marcena, as Smagula does indeed check in, replacing Mendels for Brookline. But again, on Framingham's side, we have Chan and Marcena. We have number 25, Ethan Goldfarb. We have number 20, Ian Barney. And I can't quite see the last jersey number. It looks like it'll be Chan, the Framingham libero, starting us off. Serve by Chan is taken by Smagula, followed up by Zetto. Spike by Orlando Milbauer is received, now set by Chan, and it looks like we're going to get a double hit for our first point. Last player on the floor for Framingham is, in fact, number 26, Andrew Nagel. For right now, Brookline leads 1-0, and it looks like it'll be Fletcher Poon taking serves for the Warriors to start us out. Poon sends it up and over, taken by Marcena, followed up by Barney, and no one there for the third hit. Couple easy early points for the Warriors. As Framingham struggling to get some clean receives and start setting up their plays. Poon, another serve, received by Nagel, followed up by Barney, and now spiked, and they give him the point. Looks like the block went under. That was number 8, Max Bauer, who was on the receive. That was my mistake. It wasn't Nagel. So first point to Framingham comes off the kill from number 8, Max Bauer, off the assist from number 20, Ian Barney. And it'll now be Barney taking the serve for the Flyers. Up and over it goes, received by Smagula, set by Zetto. Quick spike by Price. And they're going to say that one went wide. I thought it might have been deflected by one of the Framingham blockers, but apparently wasn't. We're all squared at 2. Serve is dug out by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zetto, spiked by Vesneski, deflected and then taken by Marcena, followed up by Barney. Tapped over by Bauer, received by Price. Quick set, quick tap over, received by Chan, set by Barney. Spiked by Nagel is going to go for the kill. Framingham, the number 7 seed, with an early 3-2 lead over second-ranked Brookline. Anyone who looked at the rankings or that saw their previous match would be surprised by this. Barney, another serve, dug out by Smagula, set by Zetto. Spike Orlando Milbauer is blocked, but not enough. Orlando Milbauer gets his first kill of the day as Toby Mendels and Jason Rich check into the game, replacing what appears to be Wes Price and Jacob Smagula. Bit of confusion, though, about where in the rotation they are, but okay, there we go. Indeed it is Mendels and Rich checking in, replacing Price and Smagula, and it'll be Rich on the serve. Rich, one of the more reliable servers for Brookline, as we stand tied at 3 apiece. Serve received by Bauer, followed up by Barney. Spike by Bauer, goes long to the left corner. Just missed on that one, and Brookline retakes the lead 4-3. Another serve from Rich, taken by Bauer, set by Barney, tapped over by Nagel, he misses wide. Vesneski was contesting him at the net, but the officials say he didn't touch it. 5-3, Brookline now leads. Rich still on serve. Up and over we go. Received by Bauer, set by Barney, spiked over to nowhere. Was any of the Brookline defenders. Well-placed hit by Ethan Goldfarb. And now Bauer will be on the serve for the Flyers. They trail 5-4. The serve goes straight into the net, and Brookline will take this one back. 6-4 as Nikhil Wong checks in, replacing Julian Vesneski. So in a rare situation, Brookline has two setters out there on the court in Nikhil Wong and Corey Zetto. And it'll be Wong on the serve. 6-4, Brookline leads. Wong's serve goes up and over. Received awkwardly by Chan, followed up by Bauer. Bumped over by Goldfarb, taken by Smagula, set by Wong, tapped over by Zetto, sent right back. Wong recovers it, set by Zetto, but they're going to call the double hit. A great blocking effort. I didn't quite see who, but I think it might have been Goldfarb and Marcena. Nagel might have been there as well. 6-5, now the Brookline lead. On serve will be Goldfarb. He sends a serve from far back, and he sends it far. Too far, as a matter of fact. Brookline goes up 7-5, and they take over on the serve. Framingham hanging in surprisingly well early in this first set. Zachary Orlando Milbauer on the serve. It's received by Bauer, set by Barney, tapped by Marcena, deflected and kept alive by Mendels, sent right back, recovered by Wong, and now set up for Orlando Milbauer, who gets the kill. Clean spike by Orlando Milbauer, but how about the scrappy efforts from Toby Mendels and Nikhil Wong to keep that point alive? Brookline leads 8-5, served by Orlando Milbauer, taken by Bauer, set by Barney, and we've got an infraction, a double hit against Ian Barney. 9-5, the Brookline lead. Orlando Milbauer stays on serve for the Warriors. Up and over it goes, taken by Bauer, set by Barney. Long spike by Bauer, goes long. 10-5 now, the Brookline lead. Putting together a streak, 4 straight unanswered points, including 3 off the serve from Zachary Orlando Milbauer. 10-5 the score as Framingham calls timeout. Brookline starting to find their rhythm now. And in part thanks to some nice scrappy play from guys like Toby Mendels, Corey Zetto, and of course Nikhil Wong. Nikhil Wong has basically squatted down to the floor to the point that he's practically a foot off, just 1 foot off the ground to receive some of these low-angled tips from the Framingham hitters. And he's kept a couple of points alive that way and helped Brookline save some points and get to the point where they've now found their momentum, it seems. And of course, Zachary Orlando Milbauer already with a couple of nice kills early here in this match. And it is behind his serves that Brookline is starting to get on a run. We come out of the timeout. Brookline leads Framingham 10-5 here in the first set. Orlando Milbauer back on serve. And there it is, received by Bauer, set by Barney, spiked by Nagel, is received awkwardly by Wong, followed up by Orlando Milbauer, pushed over by Smagula, but they call him for the double hit. Smagula was a little off kilter when getting ready for that third hit. Brookline was just a little out of sorts there. 10-6 the score, and Nagel will bring the serve straight into the net. These are the kinds of mistakes that can keep a team from building momentum, as it appears that Wes Price will be checking into the game, replacing Toby Mendels. Jacob Smagula, the libero, will be on serve for the Warriors. 11-6 they now lead. Up and over it goes, received by Bauer and sent to nobody. Some confusion there on the Framingham side. And Smagula comes away with an ace. 12-6, Brookline leads. Serve up and over, received by Bauer again. Sent over on two by Barney, recovered by Poon, set by Wong. Long spike Orlando Milbauer, taken by Chan, followed up by Marcena. Punched over by Chan, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong. Spike by Zeto is blocked, but blocked wide. Marcena and number 22, Michael Neenan, were on the blocking attempt there for the Flyers, but the block goes wide. And Zeto gets the kill on that one, 13-6, the Brookline lead. Smagula, another serve, received by Chan, set by Barney. Spike whiffed by Marcena. (14-6), the Warriors now lead the Flyers here in the first set. Smagula, a high serve, received by Chan, set by Barney, tapped over by Neenan, taken by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, deflected, and they can't keep it alive. That'll be a kill for Poon. (15-6), as Brookline putting together another run, led by the serves of Jacob Smagula. Now this serve, taken by Marcena, sent over on two by Barney, again recovered by Poon, set by Wong. Long punch by Zeto, received by Bauer, then Chan, and then pushed over by Nagel, and it looks like they're going to call the double hit on Nagel. 16-6, Brookline now leads by double figures. Smagula back for another serve. This one received by Chan. And over on one, spiked back by Price. That first hit did not go where Chan wanted it to go, and Wes Price with the punish. 17-6, the Warriors lead. Smagula, another serve, taken by Bauer, followed up awkwardly by Chan, pushed over by Barney, received by Price, set by Wong, spiked by Price, taken by Bauer, off the roof awkwardly, but followed up by Nagel, again off the roof, but then pushed over by Chan, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Poon, is taken by Bauer, followed up by Barney, punched over by Chan, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Poon. This one will go for the kill. It caught the back line. Honestly, hats off to Framingham just for keeping in the point that long. They were on their heels almost the entire time. But still, 18-6, the Brookline lead. The serve is taken by Bauer, set by Barney, pushed over by Chan, and misses just wide. A nice idea there by Adam Chan, but just missed wide. 19-6, the serve by Smagula, dug out by Marcena, followed up by Chan, pushed over by Neenan, and they called a double hit again. Those double hits can be killers sometimes. 20-6 now, the Brookline lead. Framingham had kept it close, but now Brookline has outscored them 14-1. Served by Smagula, sent over on two by Barney, dug out by Smagula, kept alive off the net by Wong. Long spike by Orlando Milbauer, taken by Bauer, set by Barney, tapped over by Marcena, but blocked back, and Neenan could only get it over on 2 hits. A great blocking effort by Nikhil Wong and Wes Price. 21-6. Feels like just a minute ago this was a 1-point set as the Let's Go Brookline chants start over on the home bench. Smagula serves it, received by Chan, set by Barney, spike by Bauer, misses long. (22-6). Brookline just 3 more points to finish this set. Smagula serves it up and over, received by Marcena, set by Barney, tapped by Marcena, taken by Smagula, set by Wong, spiked by Poon. There's another kill for Poon. (23-6) now the Brookline lead. Up and over it goes, taken by Chan, sent not over. Barney was trying to punch it over on 2 after the awkward service receive, sent it too close to the net, but he couldn't quite get the angle there, and now Brookline has set point. 24-6 is the score. Smagula, another serve, and this one misses long. A rare service mistake by the ever-reliable Jacob Smagula. And now Zion Marcena will take the serve for Framingham as Brookline still has set point. The serve taken, set by Wong, spiked by Zeto, taken by Chan, set by Barney, tapped over by Bauer, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Wong, spiked by Zeto. This one goes for the kill, and that's going to do it. 25-7, the final score of this first set. Brookline at one point was leading 6-5, and from that point on, they outscored the Flyers 19-2. Sheer dominance there. I know it's the 2 seed versus the 7 seed, and I know I said I expected on paper for this to be an easy win for Brookline, but that was almost too easy. Anyway, we are through 1 here at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, here in the first round of the Bay State Conference Tournament. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'll be back after a short mute break. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here, bringing you this Bay State Conference first round matchup of the boys volleyball teams from Brookline High School and Framingham High School. The second-seeded Brookline Warriors cruised to an easy first set win over the visiting 7th-seeded Flyers. Final score of that first set, 25-7. At one point, the score was 6-5, but then Brookline went on a 19-2 run of sheer dominance. And now we get ready for the second set. Lineup for Brookline looks to be Fletcher Poon, Adam Denker, Julian Vesneski, Zachary Orlando Milbauer, Corey Zetto, and Jacob Smagula. For Framingham, looks like we're going to have Zion Marcena, Adam Chan, Andrew Nagel, Ian Barney, Max Bauer, and Michael Neenan. And it looks like it'll be Zetto who will be getting the first serve. Of course, he got the last kill to end that first set. And now here he comes with his jump serve. Received by Chan, followed up by Barney. Booted over by Chan, received by Orlando Milbauer, set by Zetto. The spike from Poon, another kill for Poon. Fletcher Poon had a few nice kills in that first set, and he continues to add to his stat sheet with that one. Zetto's serve, received by Chan, set by Barney. Spike by Bauer, deflected and taken by Smagula. Off the net, and Zetto couldn't follow it up. The spike by Max Bauer, and an awkward receive from Jacob Smagula that was a little too close to the net. 1-1, Chan with a serve that goes long. Brookline back on serve with a 2-1 lead, and it'll be Poon now on serve. Poon the serve, received by Marcena, and sent under the net by number 25, Ethan Goldfarb. Can't send it under, so the point goes to Brookline, and Poon goes back on serve. High and shallow serve, received by Chan, set by Barney. A tap over by two players, but blocked right back by Adam Denker with the assist from Julian Vesneski. Denker has just got that natural size, that big frame to him that makes him such a tough matchup in the middle for any team. Framingham now trying to tip it over, and they can't do it. Bauer kind of whiffed on that one. They didn't even need the block from Denker and Vesneski. Brookline now the 5-1 lead. They've gotten 3 straight points now off the serves from Fletcher Poon. This one is shallow, received by Chan, set by Barney. Spike by Bauer, deflected and taken by Zetto, followed up by Smagula, tapped over, and that'll go for a kill for Zachary Orlando Milbauer. He just kind of had to tap that one. It was deflected by the blockers, but not to a spot where anyone could get it. 6-1 Brookline as their dominance continues into the second set. Poon the serve, received by Bauer, set by Barney, spike by Bauer, goes long. 7-1 Brookline. They're on a 6-0 run now, including 5 service points for Fletcher Poon. This one received by Marcena, sent over on 2 by Barney, received by Smagula, set by Zetto, spiked by Vesneski. He gets the kill this time. Julian Vesneski, an effective right side hitter for this Warriors team. He's good at the net on the blocks, and he can bring the spikes from the opposite side as well. Poon, they awkwardly receive it, and now push it over. That was Chan, received by Smagula, set Zetto, spike by Denker, goes long. A bit of confusion on the Framingham side as they were telling their teammate to let that serve go long, but they still ended up with the point anyways, as Denker's attempted spike went long. Wait, what? They gave the point to Brookline. Huh. Maybe there was an illegal hit on the attempted return by Framingham? I'm not sure. But whatever it is, they award the point to Brookline. 9-1 now the score, and Poon is back to serve again. That one drops in. Marcena thought it was going to go long, but he misjudged it. A nice drop angle there from Poon as it dropped right inside the line. 10-1. Serve, and that's another ace for Poon as it goes off the hands of Marcena and then off the foot of Adam Chan. Back-to-back aces for Fletcher Poon. His team now leads 11-1. Up and over, and Marcena whiffs again. That one was a fastball. Poon's been bringing these slow, careful serves through much of this point run, but on that one, he brought the heat, and Marcena wasn't ready for a faster serve to be coming right at his face. 12-1 Brookline leads as Framingham calls the timeout, and somehow Brookline is looking even more dominant than they did in that late run in the first set. Brookline kind of got out to a sloppy start. They were playing down to their competition a little bit. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. You're facing a weaker team that doesn't have the fundamentals as strongly down, so they attack in ways that you don't necessarily prepare for as much in practice. And so they catch you off your guard. The shots are coming in at angles you don't expect, and you make mistakes. But credit to Brookline. You know, they've turned it around. They've started playing their game, and they're showing why this is a 2 seed against a 7 seed. And it's amazing. They are looking even more dominant than they did during their regular season match against Framingham. And you would think with how strong this Brookline program is and how much this Framingham program still has to go, you would think that Framingham would have more room to grow over the course of the season, but Brookline is the one that's looking better here late in the year. So it looks like Toby Mendels is checking in, replacing Zachary Orlando Milbauer. He joins Vesneski, Denker, Smagula, Zeto, and the server, Fletcher Poon. Brookline on an 11-0 run, including 10 straight service points, won by Fletcher Poon. Poon sends it over. It's dug out, but off the wall. A nice return attempt by Max Bauer, but he just couldn't dig that one out. Fletcher Poon, another service ace. He's been on fire this set. Now he unleashes this one, received by Bauer, but they're going to call him for the double hit. Or some kind of illegal hit. I think they're saying he got under it a little too much. And another timeout is called by Framingham. Back-to-back aces by Fletcher Poon, and Framingham has to call timeout again. I'll tell you, it's been really fun watching Fletcher Poon serve, because when he started out, he was doing these careful, slow, kind of change-up looking serves that would drop in the shallow ends of the court, you know, almost in front of the attack line. And then at the later stages of this run, he's just started unloading. He's basically been going from his changeup to his curveball to his fastball over the course of it. And I mean, as someone who's you know, just enjoying this, as someone who loves sports, I love getting to see variety like that. I love getting to see a skill set like that. You know, as they say, it's fun to watch the master paint. And this is quite the masterpiece that Fletcher Poon is painting for us here today in this second set. 13 straight points for Brookline, 12 straight service points won by Fletcher Poon. And Poon is subbing out now. In the middle of his service run, they sub him out for number 31, Charlie Purdue. 14-1 the Brookline score. Purdue's first serve, received by Marcena, set by Barney, spike and blocked back, then sent back over and recovered by Smagula, then taken by Chan, set by Barney, spike by Bauer is taken by Purdue, somehow sent over by Vesneski, taken by Chan, set by Barney, bumped over by Goldfarb, taken by Smagula, set Zeto, spike by Mendels, I believe, received by Marcena, and they couldn't follow it up. Another point for Brookline. They had to work for that one. Credits to some great defensive hustle plays from Jacob Smagula and the recent sub, Charlie Purdue. Purdue took that spike from Max Bauer right in the chest, but he kept the point alive. Serve taken by Marcena, followed up by Barney. Long spike by Chan, and they're going to call the double hit on Barney. 16-1. Bit of a delay here as Smagula accidentally had a bit of a brain fart there and rolled the ball over to the other team's side. Purdue another serve, taken by Marcena, set by Barney, spiked by Bauer right into the net. Danker and Vesneski again providing the pressure right at the net, and Bauer couldn't get it over that time. 17-1. Another serve from Purdue, taken awkwardly by Chan, followed up by Barney, and bumped over by Goldfarb, but they're going to call the illegal double hit on Barney again. 18-1, and it looks like subbing in for Brookline will be number 38, Stanley Pang. He sees the floor for the first time today, replacing Julian Vesneski. Purdue sends it up and over, taken by Bauer, set by Barney, pushed over by Chan, received by Purdue, set by Zeto, tapped over by Peng, received by Chan, set by Barney, but too far over, and it's pushed back by Peng. They keep it alive, and Barney sends it over, received by Mendel, set by Zeto, tapped over by Denker, sent back by Barney, kept alive by Zeto, followed up by Peng, long spike Purdue, and that one's going to go long. Finally, the point streak ends for Brookline as Framingham finally gets their second point. The score is 18-2. Ian Barney on the serve for Framingham. It's received by Mendel, set by Zeto, spike by Pang, and he ran into the net, and they're going to call that on him. Point goes to Framingham as Pang, the southpaw hitter, went just a little too far, got a little too excited on that one. 18-3 now the score. Barney the serve into the net. Brookline back on serve with a 19-3 lead. Wes Price checks into the game, replacing Adam Denker. And actually, no, Denker will check in, replacing Jacob Smagula. And they'll put Denker on serve. Brookline really bringing in a lot of players who don't get as much of a chance. Denker, as I said, a very effective middle blocker, but they don't put him on serve a lot. And they instantly called Denker for an infraction on his serve. I'm not quite sure what, but that experiment ended fast, 19-4. Serve by Bauer is received by nobody, and that's going to be an ace for Bauer. Bit of confusion there between Charlie Purdue and Toby Mendels. 19-5 now the score. Bauer sends it high and short. Received by Mendels, followed up by Price, bumped over by Smagula, and sent wide. So Brookline now running a unit they're not used to, showing some sloppiness again. Bauer the serve, received by Mendels, set by Zeto, spike by Purdue goes long. 19-7. Framingham on a 6-1 run right now. The serve by Bauer, taken by Mendels, set by Zeto, and Peng doesn't have the angle. almost all these points for Framingham have come off of mistakes by the Brookline players. Served by Bauer, taken by Price, followed up by Mendels, bumped over by Zetto. Received by Bauer, set by Barney. Spike Marcena misses long. Brookline finally back on serve with a 20-8 lead. Stanley Pang, the southpaw, will bring the serve. Up and over it goes, received by Chan. Set by Barney, a little too far over, and Mendel sends it right back in their face. 21-8. And it looks like we got a substitution. This is number 3, Kota Sukata, seeing the floor for the first time as he replaces Stanley Pang. Sukata, his first serve goes long. 21-9, the Brookline lead. Ethan Goldfarb on the serve for Framingham, as the Flyers taking advantage of what seems to be some Brookline complacency with their large lead. Served by Goldfarb is taken by Sukata, set by Zetto, spiked by Mendels, deflected, kept alive, it's bouncing, it's still bouncing off the backboard, somehow followed up, now bounces awkwardly off the roof, and that ends the point. Tilt. That's all I have to say after that. That was not a volleyball point. That was a pinball point. But whatever the heck it was, Brookline gets the point, 22-9, Mendels with the serve. Received by Bauer, set by Barney, pushed over by Chan. Received by Mendels, set by Zetto. Spiked by Purdue is deflected, kept alive by Chan, followed up by Barney. Tapped over by Marcena, taken by Price, set by Zetto. Long spike by Sukata is not blocked properly, and he gets the point there. Michael Neenan was trying to come up with the block there off the spike by Kota Sukata. As we got another substitution for Brookline, this is number 32, Cam Gilek. Another serve from Mendels, received by Bauer, set by Barney, pushed over by Nagel, received by Mendels. Set by Zetto, spiked by Gilek is deflected, and that's going to be a kill for the new substitute. Cam Gilek with his first kill of the day. And Brookline now has set point at 24-9. Mendels back on serve. And it's into the net. 24-10, Brookline still comfortably in the lead at set point. And I mean, when you spot your backups a 17-point lead, there's not really very much to worry about all that much. This serve up and over, received by Mendels, set by Zetto. Purdue with the spike, and that's into the net, no good. 24-11, as serving for Framingham is number 18, Danilo Souza. Souza sends it into the net, and that ends the set. Souza's toss just slightly off angle, and he's going to get a clean swing there. And so after all that, Brookline takes the second set, 25-11. Brookline now leading 2-0. They are one set away from a sweep victory. And with the way they've been playing, there's not much reason to expect that it won't end with the next set. But of course, like I said, that's on paper, and we play these games on the court. So I will be back with the third and potentially final set of this match after a short mute break. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan at Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Tappan Street Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, here bringing you live coverage of this Bay State Conference first round playoff game between the number 2 seed hosting Brookline Warriors and the visiting 7th seeded Framingham Flyers. Brookline up 2-0 after set wins of 25-7 and 25-11. And they're looking to put this one away with a sweep. They're bringing a rotation of very few starters as they are playing Adam Denker, Stanley Pang, Toby Mendels, Charlie Perdue, Corey Zetto, and libero Jason Rich. Serving for Framingham will be Adam Chan. It's received awkwardly by Perdue, followed up by Zetto. Long punch by Mendels goes for the kill. He got the top spin on that one. Danilo Souza was diving for that one, but could not reach it. Now Mendels will be following up with a serve. Received awkwardly and kicked up and then booted over. Now punched over by Denker, received by Chan, set by Barney. Tapped over by Goldfarb, received by Zetto, set by Rich, tapped over by Pang, kept alive by Barney, but cannot be followed up, too far off course. I keep forgetting that in court volleyball, kicking the ball is somehow legal, as Ian Barney just showed us there by keeping the point alive, though to no avail. 2-0 Brookline, another serve from Mendels. Received by Bauer, set by Barney. Spike by Marcena is deflected and taken by Rich. Set by Zetto. Spike by Mendels, well placed. And the Brookline starters are loving it. They're going nuts off the bench. For a guy who's usually a depth piece, you know, Mendels, an effective hitter in his own right, typically used as a middle hitter in the rotation, but now getting more of a chance to shine. He serves, received by Chan, set by Barney, sent over awkwardly by Marcena, kept alive for a second by Denker, but an awkward spot there between Rich and Mendels results in Framingham's first point. 3-1 Brookline leads. It'll be Ian Barney on serve as Andrew Nagel checks in, replacing Souza. Serve is up and over, received by Rich, set by Zetto, spike by Pang, received by Bauer, set by Goldfarb, pushed over by Barney, received by Rich, set by Zetto, spike by Perdue, received by Chan, set by Barney, spike is whiffed. The set was really close to the net and Goldfarb didn't have the angle. He tried to go for the big swing anyway and he missed. 4-1. Adam Denker now on serve as Jason Rich subs out for Cam Gilek. Denker his last time up. His serve wasn't allowed. This time it's allowed and it's taken by Chan. Set by Barney, tapped over by Nagel, received by Zetto. Followed up by Mendels. Roll shot by Perdue, taken by Chan. Set by Barney, too far, received by Pang. Set by Zetto. Spike by Perdue is deflected and kept alive by Bauer. Followed up by Barney, tapped over by Nagel. Then taken by Zetto, but I think they're going to say one of Brookline's blockers touched the net. They're going to say it was Gilek. The libero Jason Rich checks in, replacing Adam Denker. 4-2 is the Brookline lead as Zion Marcena will take the serve for the Flyers. The serve goes straight into the net, and Brookline goes back on serve with a 5-2 lead. Number 3, Kota Sukata checks in, replacing Stanley Pang, and he'll be taking the serve. Sukata sends it up and over, received, followed up by Barney, spike into the net by Goldfarb. 6-2, the Brookline lead. Sukata back on serve. His team up by 4 here in the third set. Serve is up and over, received by Marcena, and no one's there to follow it up. That's going to be an ace for Kota Sukata. Serve receive just went too close to the side cushion over there where the ref stands. 7-2. Sukata, another serve, but this one goes right into the net. Michael Neenan checks in for Framingham, replacing Adam Chan. Serving will be number 25, Ethan Goldfarb. Goldfarb up and over and misses wide. 8-3. Charlie Perdue now on serve for the Warriors. Up and over it goes. Dug out by Marcena. Set by Barney. Swung and missed by Nagel. Nine to 3, the Brookline lead. Perdue another serve, received this time by Bauer, followed up awkwardly by Barney, pushed over by Chan, but not over because it hits the net. Bauer didn't get the service receive he wanted, and it put the whole play off kilter, and finished with Chan not being able to clear the net. 10-3, Perdue serves, received by Chan, and some confusion between Ian Barney and Andrew Nagel on who was getting the second hit. 11-3, now the Brookline lead. Perdue, the high serve, received by Bauer, set by Barney, spiked by Bauer, received by Perdue, awkwardly followed up by Zetto, but not well enough. Got into a bit of traffic there with Sukata, and Framingham takes the point. 11-4, Brookline leads. This will be Danilo Souza on serve. And sends it over for an ace. That one was almost like an ephus pitch. But whatever works. 11-5 following the ace by Souza. Sends this one over. Received by Rich. Set by Zetto. Spiked by Gilek. Dug out by Chan. Set by Barney. Spiked by Bauer. Is blocked back, but he somehow sends it back. And he gets the point off of that. Mendels tried to keep it alive, but couldn't get a clean hit on it. After the nice blocking effort by Gilek and Zetto, Bauer somehow followed that up. Souza back on serve, 11-6 the score. Received by Rich, set by Zetto. Spiked by Mendels is gonna go long. 11-7, Brookline now only leads by 4. Souza the serve, taken by Rich, and sent over on 2 by Zetto, taken by Barney. Sent up by Marcena, and Barney sends it over to a spot Brookline wasn't ready for. Well placed by Ian Barney. 11-8, Framingham has scored 4 unanswered points. Maybe 5. I think it's 5. Souza serves it over, received by Rich. Set by Zetto, spiked by Perdue, and that one goes long again. 11-9, the lead is down to 2. Souza's serve goes below the net, and Brookline finally goes back on serve with a lead of 12-9. Adam Denker checks in, replacing Cam Gilek, and it'll be Jason Rich on serve. Rich, one of the more reliable servers for Brookline, sends this one over accurately, received by Bauer, followed up awkwardly by Barney, and no one was sure who to get on that third hit. 13-9, now the Brookline lead. Served by Rich. Taken by Marcena. Set by Barney. Spiked over by Neenan. Off the net cord for the kill. Framingham scrapping out all these points. They only trail by 3 here in set number 3. Serving is Max Bauer. He sends it over. Received by Sukata. Set by Zeto. Spike by Mendels is going to sail long. The second unit struggling to finish off their set plays here. Another serve from Bauer is received by Purdue. Set by Zeto. Mendels taps it this time and well placed. Looks like we're going to have a few substitutions. First up, Stanley Pang comes in for Kota Sukata. And actually, it looks like that's it. Corey Zeto on serve for the Warriors. He sends it over, received by Chan, set by Barney, tapped over by Marcena, received by Mendels, set by Zeto. Quick spike by Denker. Nicely timed and nicely placed. 15-11 now the Brookline lead. They've had back-to-back nice finishes. One by Toby Mendels, one by Adam Denker. Corey Zeto back on serve. Up and over this goes, taken by Chan, set by Barney, spiked Marcena, received by Rich, set by Zeto, spiked by Mendels, and that one drops in with authority. 16-11. The serve by Zeto, received by Marcena, set by Barney, tapped by Marcena, and he couldn't get it over. A nice idea. He had Zeto and Pang applying pressure at the net, and he couldn't get it over. 17-11 now the Brookline lead as they start to find their rhythm. Zeto another serve, dug out by Chan, set by Barney, punched over by Chan, received by Zeto, set by Rich. Long spike Purdue is received by Bauer, set by Barney, bumped over by Neenan, received by Purdue, set by Zeto. The lefty spike from Pang is received awkwardly by Souza, kept alive and sent over by Barney, received by Zeto, set by Rich. Spike by Mendels is taken, and now a tap over by Marcena, well placed. Marcena and Neenan bumped into each other there, but they ended up getting the tap for the kill. 17-12, and now Adam Chan back on serve for Framingham. And his serve goes long. 18-12, Toby Mendels now back on serve for the Warriors. Up and over this one goes, received by Bauer, now set Barney, and tapped over by Bauer, dug out by Zeto, followed up by Rich, pushed over by Purdue. Received by Chan, set by Barney, spike by Goldfarb, received by Zeto, followed up by Rich. Spike by Mendels is taken by Bauer, followed up by Barney, punched over by Goldfarb again, kept alive, and now spiked over by Purdue. Now taken by Bauer, set by Barney, spiked by Marcena, is blocked back, but wide. Nice block attempt by Adam Denker, but just didn't have the angle there. And I think the scoreboard needs to be corrected because I think they accidentally gave that point to Brookline. Should be 17-13. The serve goes under the net. Barney misses completely. And by my count, it should be 18-13, but the scoreboard shows 19-12. Whatever the score is, Adam Denker now on serve for the Warriors. Up and over the serve goes, and it drops right on the line. The ace for Adam Denker. And with no correction to the scoreboard at this stage, I guess I just lost track of the points myself. 20-12. The score. Denker's serve does not have the distance this time. 20-13 as Jason Rich checks back in, replacing Denker. Zion Marcena on serve for Framingham. His serve is taken by Purdue. Set by Zeto, pushed over by Peng. Dug out by Barney, followed up by Chan. Pushed over by Nagel. Received by Mendel, set Zeto. Spike by Gilek. And I think they're saying Goldfarb touched the net. So Brookline gets the point off the infraction. And now checking in is Kota Sukata replacing Stanley Peng. Sukata will go on serve now for the Warriors. They are 4 points away from closing this one out pretty quickly. 21-13 is the score. Sukata sends it up and over. Dug out, but too far, and Gilek sends it right back in their face. They keep it alive, and Barney pushes it over. Received by Rich, and a spike attempt on two by Zeto, and Framingham can't take it. Corey Zeto brings the southpaw swing for the second hit. You're not going to see too many on-two spikes. Usually they're going to be fake sets, but Zeto pulled some magic out of the hat there. Sukata's long serve drops right on the line. That was like a well-placed lob in tennis. Looked like it was so high it was going to go out, but then just had the perfect arc under it. 23-13, Sukata back on serve. Dug out by Chan, but not far enough. Again, I love seeing the servers with the variety they can bring. Sukata sends that lob to the back line, and then he sends a short dipping one into no man's land. Brookline now at match points, 24-13. We'll see if Sukata has another magic serve in him. This one goes into the net. Well, there's my announcer jinx for the day. My bad, Coda. My bad. Ethan Goldfarb on serve for Framingham. The serve is received by Sukata, set by Zeto. Spike by Purdue goes into the net, and Framingham gets the point. 24-15 the score. Goldfarb still on serve for Framingham. Up and over this one goes, taken by Rich, set by Zeto. Purdue trying again, and this time it might be it, and that's gonna be it. Charlie Purdue ends it. The receive was deflected too far, could not be chased down, and that is your final. The final score of the third set, Brookline 25, Framingham 15. Your final match score. The second-seeded Brookline High Warriors, 3 sets. The 7th-seeded Framingham High Flyers, 0. Brookline takes it in the sweep with set scores of 25-7, 25-11, and 25-15. With this, they move on to the next round, which will be played on Thursday, and assuming no major upsets, it is likely that they will be facing Natick High once again in a rematch of last week's epic. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. My mom's having surgery that day. I got to put family first. I wish I could be, believe me, but this will not be the last game that I broadcast of Brookline High boys volleyball, whether it be coming back to this Bay State Conference tournament next week or the state tournament later on. I can promise you I'll be back. But for right now, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, wrapping things up here at Tappan Street Gym. If you like my broadcasts, you want to stay up to date on them, subscribe to the channel, or you can subscribe to me on Facebook or Instagram. Links to that are in the description of this video. I'm doing this as an unpaid volunteer, so if you're feeling generous, want to donate to the cause, I have a Venmo and a PayPal. Again, links in the description. And if you have any special requests for me to broadcast, any special games you'd like me to cover, maybe over the summer or something, or maybe some special videos you'd like me to put together for you, perhaps a player highlight reel or a team highlight reel, that is something I can do. Reach out to me through my email, jgms88@gmail.com. That is also in the description of this video. And aside from that, your final score, once again, Brookline defeats Framingham 3-0, 25-7, 25-11, and 25-15. They advance to the next round in the winner's bracket of this tournament, likely to face Natick on Thursday. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Tappan Street Gym. Thank you all for watching, and have a good rest of your Tuesday.